After some technical difficulties this morning, we are back. What's going on, guys? It's Ricky with TechBud Solutions here with a super quick market update. Just want to make sure that you guys are aware of what exactly is going on and what to prepare for this week. I really hope that you learned something new. And if you do, please consider dropping a thumbs up and subscribing if you feel like we earned it. So first off, we talked a little bit about this yesterday. President Trump is open to a trade deal with China, taking back what he said about a week and a half ago, saying that he's not caring to negotiate with China any longer. This morning, President Trump says that he expects to work out a fair deal with China's president and is scheduled to meet him in South Korea. Trump says that China has been very respectful of the U.S. and we will see what we can do. Now, in my opinion, and that's all this is we've heard this before. China just buys itself more time. Trump doesn't want to scare the market because of how delicate the market is and reacting to negative news against China. So now it seems like, again, he's taking back what he said about a week and a half ago and trying to see if he can figure out a deal with China. Based off of the past 5 to 6 months, no deal has ever actually been met, and then Trump throws a tantrum online and then markets react in a negative way. So in this case, markets seem to be buying themselves more time based off of the sentiment that Trump is now open to a trade deal once again. So in response, markets are green. As we could see, a beautiful recovery. We're kind of consolidating here, showing signs of a possible resistance. But if we look at the 4-hour time frame and we see it's already not even updating, so it doesn't look like it's fully back. But we're pretty much back to previous all-time highs, right? And this is something that we talked about last week. We cannot be surprised. Markets are incredibly irrational. They will find any and every reason on why to recover. So this does not surprise me by any means, right? We're going back to retest. They're pretending like nothing actually ever happened. So let's just go ahead and move on. Some of you guys, also for those that are not aware, this Friday we are supposed to receive the CPI data inflation report. Normally, the CPI report is released within the first to second week of the month, anywhere from like the 9th to the 14th. This is going to be one of the first times since 2018 that it is done towards the end and literally 5 days before the FOMC meeting, because the Federal Reserve is expected to meet next week to decide on their interest rate decision. I do plan to live stream that on my YouTube channel, so just another reason to subscribe if you're not already. But I just want you to be aware. Remember, inflation reports are really important right now because it's giving us a better understanding if the Federal Reserve is likely to be aggressive with their rate cut, or if inflation shows to be coming in much higher than what was expected, maybe this inflation report would support the case of a pause. So we'll talk a little bit more about what to look out for when it comes down to the CPI report closer to the end of the week. But I just wanted to make sure that you were aware. You will hear more people talk about the inflation report for core CPI and overall CPI to be released October 24th, which is Friday. So just want to make sure that you are fully aware of that. The government is still shut down, but again, this is just a major economic report that needs to be released, and this time it's being released 5 days before the FOMC rate decision, which is next week. I'm sure a lot of you guys also experienced this, but there's an AWS outage. I'm pretty sure that it wasn't just Webull, but it was a handful of other platforms such as Robinhood and many others that depend on AWS servers that experienced an outage this morning. So it wasn't your internet connection. The servers were literally down. With that being said, again, I just thought this was an interesting take. It just shows how much the world relies on Amazon. And maybe this is something where major companies can also look for alternatives rather than just depending on one server. Food for thought, right? With that being said, again, just for those that care, if you did not like seeing your platform go down, I want to remind you, I have more than just Webull. I also have a Moomoo trading platform and a Moomoo trading account. So they do have a sign up bonus. you can have more than one trading application, and especially if you want one for a different reason. Let's say that Webull is maybe the one that you trade with, or maybe it's the one that you invest in, right? Vice versa. Then with Moomoo, you can possibly use it for investing or trading, the opposite of what you use the other account for. The whole idea behind that is, again, two different platforms. If you're under the PDT rule, each one is separate. But with that being said, you can kind of separate the intention and also the amount of times that you check it on a daily basis. I think that is very useful, that kind of like that disconnect where whatever it is that you're investing in, you probably don't want to necessarily maybe look at it or view it every single day if your intentions are long-term. So again, just something to check out. They extended their promotion for their NVIDIA sign-up bonus. For those that do not know, it's I think it's going to be the first link in the description down below. You can sign up for Moomoo. They'll give you up to $1,000 worth of NVIDIA stock, depending on your initial deposit. And they can also offer you up to 8.1% APY, if I'm not mistaken. That promotion possibly is still going on. So feel free to check it out if you guys haven't done so already. Again, if you're just looking for an alternative, it's literally just free to open an account. So feel free to check it out. And depending on your initial deposit will determine how much you get in free NVIDIA stock. So if you guys want to check it out, first link in the description down below. With that being said, I do have an active trade as of right now. And that is a current short on him. So just want to make sure that you are aware of that. Right now, I was break even on the day, but it just had a nice little swing up. So now I'm down about $500. So I'm just taking it easy today. The morning started off relatively pretty slow because of how the platforms were experiencing issues, and I didn't want to open myself to a large position where my trading platform wasn't supporting the trade. So staying light right now. I'm still waiting to see if markets are going to continue to run higher for longer, or if they're going to peak here and begin to curl on over. So once that happens, I'll make sure that I kind of step on the gas once direction becomes a little bit more favorable. But like I've said before, when in doubt, never be afraid to cash out, get in, get out, make that money and bounce. If you guys have any questions, feel free to comment down below. And don't forget, if you want to tune on into my live trading session tomorrow, it's designed for complete beginners. It's a one-time payment for lifetime access. And I have a little discount code down there for you. It's the second link down below. I appreciate your time. Like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take care, team, and happy Monday.